Good morning. Today is Friday, October 24th, and this is Wake Up with KERA News. I'm Andrew Garcia. We saw a thunderstorm make its way across North Texas earlier this morning. The skies are expected to be clear for the rest of the morning and the afternoon, but that's before another round of strong storms are set to hit the area this evening. A flood watch will be in effect at 7 p.m. alongside severe weather and winds that are also expected for this evening. Stay safe and keep an eye out for weather alerts tonight. The coffin races at Denton's annual Day of the Dead festival are ready to roll this weekend. Besides being wonderfully weird, the annual Denton tradition is also fiercely competitive. Find out why after the news. Dallas County officials have confirmed immigration enforcement operations have stepped up in Northwest Dallas. Details from KERA's Marina Trahan-Martinez.
Agents had increased activity along LBJ Freeway near Midway Road and Josie, Marsh, and Forest Lanes. Commissioner Andy Summerman represents the district where enforcement had increased in zip code 75244. Summerman says federal immigration and customs enforcement officials do not advise county or city law enforcement of their operations. According to 2023 census estimates, about 19% of people in that zip code are foreign-born. He says community conversations indicate more federal agents' presence. ICE has already ramped up enforcement in big cities across the country like New York and Chicago. For KERA News, I'm Marina Trahan-Martinez in Dallas.
State education officials are preparing to take control of Fort Worth ISD, the second largest school district takeover in Texas history. Fort Worth Report's Matthew Scroy details some in the community still see hope in the district's current leadership.
State Representative Ramon Romero of Fort Worth says he's encouraged by Superintendent Karen Molinar's decision to reapply for her job.
The fact that she's even willing to do that shows that she's willing to be versatile for sake of the love that she has for Fort Worth ISD kids. I think it's a good sign.
Romero says Molinar's willingness to continue leading reflects the community's deep investment in its schools, even amid uncertainty about the district's future. State Education Commissioner Mike Morath says he'll appoint new leadership in the coming months. For KERA News and the Fort Worth Report, I'm Matthew Scroy.
Halloween, of course, means spooky season, and Denton's Day of the Dead festival is putting spooky on wheels and racing it downhill. KERA producer Therese Powell and I took a closer look at the annual tradition of coffin races. So, Therese, I have to say, I've never heard of a coffin race. What is it?
Oh, yes. They are the oh-so-important event that happens as part of Denton's Day of the Dead Festival, and they are exactly that.
Coffins racing?
Well, they're push cars that are designed to look like coffins that race down Hickory Street in Denton.
Kelly Pound is the chair of the Denton Day of the Dead Coffin Race Committee, and she told us how the whole thing works.
This year we have 70 teams divided into time trials, and then we take the fastest 32 and seed them in a bracket. And from there, it's just head-to-head racing. The first one across the line advances to the next round. They put a lot of pride into the look and feel and the style of their car, but at the end of the day, they want to be fast. They all want to win.
Victor Ambrosio entered his first race in 2015. Now, he didn't win, but he came back even stronger in 2016 and won with a coffin he named La Bala. That's Spanish for the bullet.
We try to build the shape of a coffin, and I think we ended up more with like a bullet shape. And the concept is pretty easy. It's just two 1970 bike frames in the rear and one kid's bike frame up front, all welded by metal and steel.
Wow, I was picturing like plywood and spray paint. But if people are out here welding, they really do take it seriously, don't they?
They do, but alongside that competitive spirit is a lot of creativity and good old-fashioned weirdness. Kelly talks about what the early days of the race were like.
It was kind of a free-for-all. We had, there was a local chiropractor that was going down Hickory, face down on a gurney. We had, a guy riding a keg of beer.
And apparently local wildlife has been known to get involved as well.
few years ago, there was a squirrel that got onto the raceway, and it was like, cue the Benny Hill music. This squirrel was, running all around trying to figure out how to get off the raceway, and you just never know with this event.
And of course, no competition is complete without some, shall we say, creative interpretations of the rules.
So I have 3 trophies, but I should have had 5 already. We were racing in the final. I had them beat 3/4 of the track, about a coffin and a half length. We were almost to the end of the race line, and someone popped some CO2 tanks. And so it made his car go extra fast to beat me.
CO2 tanks? What is this, Fast and Furious, the streets of Denton? What's even on the line to inspire these high levels of competition?
Well, the winner of the coffin races gets the coveted fastest coffin trophy, which is shaped like a skull head.
Nice.
But more importantly, they get 12 months of bragging rights, which is pretty substantial, especially when you factor in the high stakes of local pride.
When you have teams from Dallas and Carrollton joining in to try to take our trophy, then we take pride in that. I think as locals and people from Denton, Texas, we don't want them to take our trophy somewhere else. If you get a win around here, it's something to be proud of.
Victor's back this year with a secret weapon.
The guy pushing the coffin, I sent him to the gym all year. That's the secret weapon there. Most people don't know that. A lot of it is the guy that's pushing and not the guy that's driving.
You can find out more about Denton's Day of the Dead Festival happening this Saturday and see a photo of Victor's coffin on our website at keranews.org/arts. The Dallas Mavericks will be playing the Washington Wizards tonight in what could likely be their first win of the season. Not to jinx it or anything, but the Wizards are not very good. And the Cowboys will be taking on the Denver Broncos on Sunday. Head to City Hall Plaza in downtown Dallas on Saturday for the Dallas Dia de los Muertos Parade and Festival. Enjoy live music, arts and crafts, and a Katrina contest at the festival. Then, after the sun goes down, the nighttime parade features professional floats, mariachis, ballet folklorico groups, and more. To see details and more arts events, head to the Go See DFW calendar at keranews.org/calendar. Thanks for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter. You'll get a more in-depth look into the news with plenty of good morning vibes. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.